Hey y'all, it's Nomadic Shaman here. Thank you so much for visiting my page. Today's video is going to be a follow-up. I have additional downloads as it relates to the mediumship reading I did where I spoke on a young gentleman, Edward Mark Holmes, and how he transitioned in a car accident. I'm going to do a follow-up. I'm going to share updates that I received, recent downloads, okay? Before I get into that, I did have a little mini download in that those who are in the spiritual sector and you guys are doing the damn thing. With the ascension, you've received new gifts and your current gifts have strengthened. And so what I'm hearing is to expand on that and to step out of your comfort zone. Okay, so expand on the gifts that you currently have, develop them more, and then explore your new spiritual gifts that you have. Okay, now this is as much of a message to me as it is to you all, those who come across this video and are a part of my collective. Okay, so with that, I've made a commitment to do more mediumship readings. Generally, I do them off camera, but I'm going to do more on camera. And I generally do mediumship readings when they come to me. So I don't conjure spirits to do readings. That's not how I work anyways. No offense to anyone who does differently, but as far as me, I only do mediumship readings when spirits come to me or passed over loved ones come to me. Then that's when I'll do the mediumship reading. So I will continue to do that in that fashion. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and jump right in. I received additional information regarding Edward Mark Holmes, his transition. Now, I did maybe a few mediumship readings beforehand just to catch you up to speed. He did transition in March of 2024. He transitioned, I believe, between March 20th and March 21st. Okay, and it was in a vehicle accident, automobile accident. However, initially, this is one of recent download. The story that was given was that initially it was committing suicide and missing or ran away. Neither three are true. Okay, neither three are true according to him. Neither three are true. Okay, now I'm not going to expound too much, but just a abridged version. He was in a car. There was a substance that was put in his alcoholic beverage. He had drank it. And while he was in the car, somebody had hit him on the side, on the driver's side, which activated a heart attack, and he transitioned just like that, okay? He didn't really feel anything. He felt an impact, and he was up. Next thing you know, he's looking down at his body. Now, what I will say is, so I wanted to put that out there. So whatever story that was told is not accurate. It's not true. That's number one. Number two, his body was kept before it was reported. Reason being, I mentioned this beforehand, there was some type of dismemberment taking place. I know cutting of the locks, certain parts of the body, testes, sperm, things of that nature, okay? And I asked Spirit why, and they informed me it was due to sacrificial and ritualistic purposes. So these people who did it are also in the occult and do baneful magic, okay? Some evil ass shit. Anyways, so that's what happened. They didn't report his death. They held the body. They cut it up, okay? And then kept whatever they needed to keep for their ritualistic practices before they reported him missing, or however they reported him as, okay? Spirit did, or he told me actually, that his funeral was a closed casket. I don't think the body that was in there was his. And I'm going to just leave it at that, out of respect for, I was going to say out of respect, but I'll just leave it at that, okay? The next part is the person or the individual who's in part of this plan. First of all, the mastermind behind it was his ex-wife. The person who planted the seed and puppeteered the ex-wife was someone that he refers to as aunt. I asked if this aunt was biologically his aunt. He said no. I said through marriage. He said no. I said what, through some type of organization? He said yes. He said we just called her aunt. Okay, so I take it his ex-wife called her aunt too. Okay, so he told me she's a Libra, she's Puerto Rican, and she deals in, what is it, life insurance, mortgage, real estate. Okay, life insurance, mortgage, real estate. That's what I was told. What else? The other part is also the person who coached and planted that seed into his ex-wife. But they make no doubts about it. They knew about this and they took part in this plan. So the individual who planted this seed, Spirit is telling me, look into her past marriages. You're going to see a pattern of somebody dying and life insurance connected to it. Okay? First marriage is what I'm hearing. That's what Spirit's telling me, y'all. Okay? Now, so I take it she could be married now, second marriage. They told me look into first marriage. Okay? Now, the other part, the man involved hitting his side of the vehicle on the driver's seat, which triggered the heart attack, was someone that he knew. It was not only someone that he knew, I'm talking about it was somebody that he played basketball with. It was even somebody that he was intimate with at least once. Okay. Now, both of them are very masculine presenting. He showed me a man that's similar to his height. So he's like 5'9", 5'10", around there. And this guy is brown skin and he has like I don't want to say a baldy, but it's like a fade, or he keeps it low, like a 1-2 fade. They're close in height and brown skin. That's all I got. Okay. Now they both know each other. They're both very familiar with each other, intimately even, but they both present as very masculine men. Okay. What else? Let's continue. Let me see what else that I have. So I mentioned before that this aunt has done this before. Look in her first marriage, okay? The next part, life insurance paperwork, double indemnity. You get 2 times the value due to an automobile accident. This is significant. So whatever is put down as cause of death in life insurance paperwork, it shows an automobile accident. So somebody can get twice the amount of the money. Okay. Okay. And if I'm going to say, and another thing is, he did not run away. He didn't just go missing. This was premeditated. March 20th, March 21st, transitioning into that. And if I didn't mention it beforehand, I did, concerning his body. So something told me to look it up. Meaning on that date, look up the moon phases. It was a full moon around that time. So that makes sense as far as how his body was reserved. He also shared with me that he wasn't reported immediately. Okay. Things needed to be covered up. Things needed to be staged. A story needed to be locked down. Everybody needed to agree upon the story, how it went, okay? What's being hidden. And then to prepare certain parts of the body as it's been dismembered for sacrifice, ritualistic purposes over the moon phases, more specifically the moon phase, okay? The next part I believe that's it. I believe that's it. And so what I'm going to say about that is this cold case needs to be opened back up, okay? Because he did not pass away by suicide, okay? This was intentional. It was murder. I'm also hearing crime of passion. Look at the ex-wife. Look at the aunt, or who she calls his aunt, who he called his aunt, okay? And so with that, that wraps up my message for today. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.